Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiv Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiriye Nashtukaeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtiki. So continuing with the discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, third chapter, text 36 onwards. Sarvaidam Vishwam Amogalila Srijati Vatyati Na Sajate Asmin Bhuteshu Chantarhit Atma Tantraha Shardishvar Kikam Jigrati Shadguneshaha. The Lord, whose activities are always spotless, is a master of the six senses and is fully omnipotent with six opulences. He creates the manifested universes, maintains them and annihilates them without being in the least affected. He is within every living being and is always independent. So these are some of the qualities of the Lord. His activities are always spotless, although people do try to find faults with the activities of the Lord. But once one understands deeply or in tattva or in principle, then he cannot find any spot or anything wrong with the activities of the Lord. He is the master of the six senses and is fully omnipotent with six opulences. He creates the material universes, maintains them, annihilates them without in being least affected. Means he is not at all attached to the material universes. So in the purport, Prabhupada writes, the prime difference between the Lord and the living entities is that the Lord is a creator and the living entities are created. Here he is called Amogalila, which indicates that there is nothing lamentable in his creation. So nothing lamentable in his creation or nothing wrong in his creation. Those who create disturbance in his creation are themselves disturbed. So there's nothing lamentable, means since he is all good and always enjoying, so his creation is always of that mode. But now it's up to us, the living entities, who are trying to control and be the enjoyer here, and since we cannot, then we lament. We always remain disturbed. That's where the problem is. He is transcendental to all material afflictions because he is full with all six opulences, namely wealth, power, fame, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation. And thus he is the master of the senses. Why he creates these material universes? He creates these manifested universes in order to reclaim the living beings who are within them, suffering threefold miseries, maintains them, and in due course annihilates them without being the least affected by such actions. So he has created these material universes for people like us, conditioned souls like us, to learn our lesson here and then get rectified and go back to the spiritual world. That's all. But if we try to live here permanently, if we try to think we can live here happily, permanently, by controlling this material nature, it's not going to happen. Never going to happen. So better is we learn our lesson and try to go back. He is connected with this material creation very superficially, as one smells odor without being connected with the odorous article. So that's all. Very superficially, he is connected, or he himself is not even connected. He just lets his energies take care of this material universe. Non-godly elements, therefore, can never approach him despite all endeavors. So, despite all endeavors, despite working so hard, non-godly elements means those who do not believe in him, or those who believe that he has no form, they can never approach him. And when we say him and he, means that has to be a person. There has to be a person who we can refer to. Or when we say we have a relationship with him. So for relationship also, two people are required. So one is the Jiva and the other is Bhagwan. But this is so simple philosophy, but people still believe that he is Nirakar, he has no form. Ultimately, it's all void. Buddhists believe in void, or Mayavadis believe that we all are one. He has no form, but we all are separated from him, and once we get together, we become God. All these ridiculous philosophies they give. Text 37. Na chasya kaschin nipunen dhatu raveti jantu kumani shaguti namani rupani mano vachobhes santvanto nat charyam ivagyaha. The foolish with a poor fund of knowledge cannot know the transcendental nature of the forms, names and activities of the Lord, who is playing like an actor in a drama. Nor can they express such things neither in their speculations nor in their words. So foolish means those who want to know Krishna or want to know the Supreme Lord by their own capabilities. They cannot know the transcendental nature of the forms, names and activities. Who is playing like an actor in a drama. He's basically, when he comes and performs his pastimes, it looks like he's an ordinary human being, or he's an ordinary little boy who's just crying because he didn't get the butter, or he didn't get the milk, or he didn't get the yogurt. But this is not what it actually is. We have to understand his pastimes in philosophically properly, or in principle, we have to understand. No one can properly describe the transcendental nature of the absolute truth. Therefore, it is said that he is beyond the expression of mind and speech. He is beyond the expression of mind and speech. That's why one of his names is Adhokshaja. Means Aksha means, sometimes Aksha means eyes, or Aksha also means senses. So wherever our senses can reach, he is even beyond that. Adha means the senses can only reach even below to the position where Krishna is. So Krishna is even beyond the reach of our own, these material senses. And yet there are some men with a poor fund of knowledge who desire to understand the absolute truth by imperfect mental speculation and faulty description of his activities. To the layman, his activities, appearance and disappearance, his names, his forms, his paraphernalia, his personalities, and all things in relation with him are mysterious. So they always remain mysterious for a layman. Because the karmis or the jnanis, they try to approach him by their own limited knowledge or limited senses. We cannot understand him like that. There's no way. Like in Shri Ishopanishad also, there's a verse that says that, "Oh Lord, please remove this effulgence from your face so that I can see your face." The effulgence that he's referring to is the Brahm Jyoti. So Jnanis can only go up to the level of Brahm Jyoti. They cannot reach beyond that. And moreover, Jnani is how they try to understand scriptures is neti. The Prabhupada explains it like that. Means, okay, the supreme absolute truth, he is not this computer, he is not this phone, he is not this table, he is not the tree, he is not the sky. So means he has no form. So ultimately they say he has no form. Because whatever we can see, whatever we can conceive of, it all has forms. So because he's not like this, so that's why he has no form. But that's not true. He has a spiritual form. When we say he's Nirakar, he is actually Sakar, but he is Nirakar also. Why? In one way, yes, Brahmjyoti is his aspect only. So that way people understand him Nirakar. But actual meaning of Nirakar means he has no material akar. He has no material form. It's all spiritual. We see each other in material forms. We have material forms. But Krishna does not have material form. Even when he comes and performs his pastimes here, he always keeps his spiritual form, spiritual identity. Always. That is very difficult for us to understand. And for somebody to have, or for people to understand that spirit also has a form, even that is very difficult. How can a spirit or like our Atma, for them it is hard to understand that Atma can have a form. They all believe in, oh, it's a point of light, or it's just energy. Yeah, it is energy, it is light, it is spiritual, but it has a form. Like Radha Prabhu has mentioned in the class, that these days I'm learning pranic healing also. So pranic healing, we understand, or it has been explained, even every thought that we have, it has a form. Even the thought has a form. How can anybody understand thought having a form? We used to always think thought is thought. It just came to my mind and went away. But no, it also has a form. Desires, which are stronger thoughts, they have forms. So similarly, these are only material and nothing to do with spirituality. But the spirit soul also has a form, and why not the creator of the spirit soul? Why can't he have a form? How can form come from something formless? It's not possible. So Prabhupada explained it many different ways, and one way he explained it like somebody was asking about this question about the Supreme Lord having form. So Prabhupada asked him, so does your father have a form? He said, yes. You came from your father, he has a form? Yes. His father had a form? Yes. Whether you've seen him or not doesn't matter. His father had a form? Yes. His father had a form? Yes. So ultimate father of everything, everyone, why can't he have a form? Why we are putting a limit on him that he cannot have a form? This is like putting a condition on him that he cannot have a form. Why can't he have a form? It's inconceivable for us. We cannot see him with these blunt material eyes. That doesn't mean he doesn't have a form. There's some limitation on us. It's our limitation or our conditioning or our fault or our shortcoming that we cannot see him. But that doesn't mean he doesn't have a form. Many years ago, there was a person, and in the newspaper, he put an ad or a claim that if anybody can show me God, I'll give him 1 lakh rupees or something like that. But Lord is not so cheap that you can see him just by giving 1 lakh rupees. He's not so cheap. At the same time, he's very accessible, he doesn't need our money. All he needs are, like he says in Bhagavad Gita, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, just give me flower, little fruit, or leaf, or little water. And he doesn't even say you have to grow your own flower or grow your own fruits. You can just steal it from your neighbor's house. Just offer me with love. He doesn't even ask for give me mineral water, just give me tap water, no problem. Just offer me with love, I'll accept it. And he can reveal himself also. But even if somebody wants to pay millions and millions of rupees, why he wants to show himself? Krishna is full of 6 opulences, and wealth is one of those opulences. He's full of them. He doesn't need any money. He doesn't need to see our power. He doesn't need to see our knowledge, how much knowledge we have. He doesn't need to see our renunciation or how beautiful we are or how famous we are. That's not what attracts him. It will never attract him. Only thing that attracts him is our service, is our surrender, is our bhakti. That's all. Only thing that attracts him is our humility, how we approach him. That's all. In fact, there is I'm just, although I didn't prepare that thing, but this pastime just came to my mind. There was one very rich man. He went to Jagannath Puri. And Lord Jagannath, I mean, if you have been to Jagannath Puri, those who have been to Jagannath Puri, they understand how mysterious he is. Those who haven't been, just take my word, he's very mysterious. So this rich man went there. He said, and that was a long time back, not these days. And he was very rich. And that time he went there and he said, he told the pujaris, I want to give 1 lakh rupee donation to Lord Jagannath. But what's the condition? Condition is something, he should be fed something, one item just with that 1 lakh rupees. That's it. Something like that condition he put. So, and if you cannot offer it, then I'm going away. So pujaris were very surprised. At that time, 1 lakh rupees was a big amount, huge amount. Even right now, it's a big amount, but that time it was a huge amount. How to offer something, only one thing, for 1 lakh rupees to the Lord for him to eat? They couldn't figure out. So pujaris in Jagannath Puri, they are very simple actually. They went to, their only shelter is Lord Jagannath. They don't go anywhere else. They went to Lord Jagannath. Jagannath ji, this problem has come up. Please make a solution. Please sort it out. What to do? So Jagannath ji understood that this rich man, he is very proud of his wealth. And he is not humble. He doesn't understand, who am I? So he told pujaris, okay, you give that, tell that rich man, I'm ready to accept that offering. He has to bring that offering, and what he has to bring, and Jagannath ji said, just tell him that I want something special from him. What I want is, in the elephants in Puri or in Odisha area, there's some special elephants, and in that, like rare elephant has some pearl in his forehead, something like that. Some special, rare pearl is there. And Jagannath ji said that I want that pearl to be grinded, and that should be offered me as in the form of a pan, in the pan, and then I'll accept that. That's the only thing I want from this rich man. And the rich man came back to the pujaris, he surrendered. He said, there's no way I can do that. Because to get that pearl from the elephant, it's like he had to kill, means maybe lakhs and lakhs of elephants to find one elephant who has that kind of pearl. And he said, I cannot do that. And he surrendered. So we cannot play with the Lord. He will reveal himself to us only when he wants to, when he is pleased by our service, by our attitude. Otherwise, there's no way we can approach him, no way we can see him. And even if we see him, we won't be able to recognize him or conceive of him. If we don't have those eyes. Like Brahma Samhita also says, Premanjana Charita Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sadev Hirdesha Vilokayanti. Premanjana, those eyes which are smeared with the ointment of love, with that kajal of love, only those eyes can see him always. Santa Sadev Hirdesha Vilokayanti. Sadev, always they see him. So that love is what we have to develop. And love cannot be developed by being proud. Love for Krishna can only be developed when we are humble, when we are ready to take a lowly position, when we are ready to serve. And the good part of loving Krishna, of course, everything is good about serving Krishna, but very good part of loving Krishna is, Krishna, like in Nectar Devotion we were studying, Krishna doesn't mean only Krishna. Krishna means his paraphernalia, Krishna means his creation also, Krishna means his devotees, his servants. They all are part of Krishna. So when we serve, not just Krishna, service devotees, service creation, service paraphernalia, paraphernalia means his temples, that pleases him. And when we give love, suppose when we get angry at somebody, at home, we always, every day we have chance to get angry at somebody, at our kids, at our husbands or wives, parents, or neighbors, whatever. When we get angry at somebody, who is it that hurts, that gets hurt first? Who is it that gets affected by that anger first? Ourselves. When we have to get angry at somebody, first anger has to come inside us. It has to burn us. In fact, our body temperature also rises. Our mind consciousness gets polluted. And then we display that anger at somebody else. That person might not even get affected. And after a while, if you keep on getting angry at that person, after a while he will say, forget it. He or she is always like that. Forget it. Who cares? So it's us who get affected by when we get angry. So similarly, when we have to give love to somebody, when we have to give love to Krishna or Krishna's creation, Krishna's devotees, who gets affected first? It's us. It's we develop that loving feeling inside. We develop that good feeling inside. And then we display, then we give love to others. So this is the beautiful part of bhakti. So first we get purified, first we get happy, first we get nourished, first we get nurtured by this love, and then we give it out to somebody. Just like there was one wonderful Maharaj we had, Bhakti Tirth Maharaj, he was explaining, he gave this example. He took this orange. He asked in the class, what if I squeeze this orange, what will come out? Everybody said, Maharaj, it's simple, orange juice. He said, why orange juice will come out? They said, because that's what inside the orange. He said, similarly, whatever is inside us, that's only will come out, even if we get squeezed, even if when we are put in difficult situation or not in difficult situation. Whatever is inside us, that only will come out. So similarly, if we develop love within us, even when we are in difficult situation, even when we are squeezed, only love will come out. If we create anger, or if we create the feelings of envy or hatred or gossiping or backbiting or politics, if we create those feelings, only those will come out. Even if we are in good situation. If we create the feelings of compassion, love, service, and if we ever get to the Bhagavad Gita 13th chapter, we'll see all those good qualities that Krishna is expecting from Arjuna to develop. Then all those things will come out, no matter what, no matter when, no matter where we are. So these are the qualities that we have to develop. It's already 8:57. So you can go over this purport. This basically Prabhupada is writing that it's very difficult for mental speculators or fruitive activities to approach Krishna, to understand Krishna. Because in the next verse, I'll just read the translation. Only those who render unreserved, uninterrupted, favorable service unto the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, who carries the wheel of the chariot in his hand, can know the creator of the universe in his full glory, power, and transcendence. So only those who serve him uninterruptedly, with favorable way and unreserved, means no bias, nothing, then they only can understand Krishna. Thank you all very much. See if you have any questions or comments.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mata.
Prabhuji, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Prabhuji, you said that when what is inside, whenever we are pushed to our limits, that will only come. Like, I will talk for myself. Supposing I have a lot of anger and other bad qualities. So I was just thinking, kind of reduce those things, bad things, to come to the surface again and again. I mean, though we want, that we shouldn't get envious, but enviousness comes. But that at that time, we also think that, okay, I don't have to be envious. I should appreciate and all that. But it is so natural, it just comes out. I mean, how do you then, I mean, kind of keep yourself, reminding that, you have to think positive. I mean, things like that. I don't know. I'm not able to kind of say it clearly, say my questions clearly, but it is like, how do I keep those away that they don't come to the surface?
Well, first thing is we have to consciously try. We have to be conscious. That's what Prabhupada said. Before we become Krishna conscious, we have to become conscious. So we have to consciously try, see, or take a resolution first thing in the morning when we get up. I will not get angry today. No matter what happens, I will not get angry. I'll not get envious. And when we go back to bed at night, just take a record of the whole day. Like a good businessman, he always takes a record of whatever profit he has made in the whole day. So we take a record. Okay, that situation happened. I got angry. That situation happened. I got envious. Okay, Lord, please forgive me. But from now on, I will not do that. If the same situation happens, I will not become angry. I will not become envious. I will not politicize or whatever, or judge people. And then secondly, chanting. When we are chanting, consciously we're chanting, we're praying, Krishna, please help. You also please help me. I'll also try not to do these things, but Krishna, you also help me. Krishna will help. Why not? So we have to consciously try to cultivate these qualities. Is it okay?
Okay, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Yeah, Prabhuji, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Prabhuji, one question.
Yes, ma'am.
It's my actually always I get through all these phases. Suppose we start chanting and we continue chanting and we start consciously chanting, remembering Krishna and all. We get so bhav vibhor in our chanting and like that. So it continues for a month. And sometimes again, what happens when we are going in a very up phase of chanting, we are numbers is increasing also, but suddenly it comes down to 2 3. Why means why it is like I'm not able to upgrade again, up and up. It is always like I feel मतलब मैं जैसे ही आगे बढ़ते रहती हूँ चैंटिंग में मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है, बट द थिंग इज दैट वो वापस से फिर से मैं इतना मतलब कभी कभी मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि प्लीज कृष्णा मुझे इतना डिटैच्ड मत कर दो इस वर्ल्ड से. This is what feeling I always have when I start chanting, and I feel detachment, and somewhere where this feeling is in me that I will get detached to the worldly affairs, that bring me to again 2.1. Still I have that love with to Krishna and all, but still the cycle is going on again and again.
Yeah, the sine curve is always there in our chanting. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, up, down. It goes like that. Well, one thing is we don't have to ask Krishna कि मेरे को detach कर दो या नहीं कर दो. We only ask for Krishna, give me your service, give me your love for you. That's all. Give me love for chanting. So that way, whether we get detached, automatically we get detached, but as a matter of duty, as a matter of service, we will do our services even in the material world. So, and why this sine curve happens, first of all, this is basically because we are beginning. So sometimes we develop some love for chanting Krishna's name or service of Krishna. And sometimes Maya takes over, pulls us back. sometimes again. And moreover, this helps us in surrendering more and more and more. So we don't become complacent in our chanting. So we remain conscious. Okay, no, I have to work hard. I have to work hard. So that's also Krishna's way of taking away some affection of chanting. So we become conscious. Otherwise, it will many times it will become mechanical chanting. Oh, I have love for Krishna and this and that. My chanting is good, so it becomes mechanical. So it just we have to remain on our toes all the time. So Krishna does that also. Is that
So,
okay?
but Prabhuji, consciousness is okay, but at least we should be able to reach that landmark. It sometimes happens that I'm even not able to complete one round properly, just because I get so lost in that. So that is also wrong, right? So,
It is not good, but one thing also Krishna has to take away is the pride. If you become proud of that, oh, I'm chanting so nicely. Well, see, when this I come, no, it's only by mercy of Guru and Krishna I'm doing my services, I'm chanting, or I'm giving lectures, or I'm doing other services. Krishna has to keep on reminding us this all the time. Maybe one day when we'll come to the level of very purity, he'll give us lots of taste. Even if we look at the teachings of Shad Goswami, they were not saying that I have seen Krishna, I have seen Radharani, I'm so close to them, I'm seeing all the pastimes all the time. They were always lamenting, oh, hey Krishna, where are you? Hey Radharani, where are you? So even at that stage, that lamentation will be there. What to speak of our stage of beginning? So please
thank
don't
you, Prabhu.
worry. Please don't worry. Just keep on endeavoring. Keep on endeavoring. Trying.
Prabhuji, just a quick question. I know we are over time. Sorry, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So,
Hare
Prabhu,
Krishna.
like you said, that how to handle, like how to be like in the morning and evening we do it. Prabhu, I haven't faced anger as a challenge, but recently I'm facing it. Like, so I want to understand if I am getting angry at that time, what do I do? It's
At
like,
that time, if we are conscious, I'm getting angry, we try not to justify ourselves. We try to seek shelter and try to think. Even if we don't think of Krishna at that time, at least think of my own body and mind. It is getting negatively affected by me getting angry. Even if we don't think of bhakti at that time. If it is bad for my body and my mind, why should I do it? Same situation can be handled peacefully also.
thank you, Prabhu.
You're welcome.
Vinay here. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Vinay Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
So just a quick experience which I had. 2012, I went with my mother and my wife to Jagannath Puri. And like
Okay.
in the morning time, there was a huge queue. I mean, it's a big queue. We couldn't get in. And my mother said that it seems like we have just 1 or 2 days and we don't get the darshan and because of the queue. And suddenly someone came and someone from the queue, he said that if you come in the somewhere in 9 o'clock in the evening, you might get a darshan without any queue at all. So we
Okay.
tried that in the evening, and there was no queue, Prabhuji. Seriously, it felt like Krishna did everything. I mean, there was no queue at all. We went inside the Garbhagriha straight away, and
Wow.
when that was the first time when I entered in the Garbhagriha, I've got the goosebumps. Somehow, it was a entirely different experience altogether. And the same goosebumps I got last year when I went to Mathura Garbhagriha, that same feeling I had. So I think he helps somewhere. If you are desperate to meet him, he is always there, and he gives you the way to meet him. So that was my experience. I wanted to share.
Yeah, thank you. Jagannath is very mystical. Anybody who has been there, they understand. And
Yeah.
if you talk to Radha Prabhu or Abhishek Prabhu, they can glorify him endlessly. We have had so many wonderful experiences. Ashok Prabhu is also there.
Yeah.
We were there for Nav Kalevar Rath Yatra. I mean, nobody could even imagine we could be there and pull the chariot. It was amazing. Yes, Archana Mataji, you have a question?
प्रभु जी चैंटिंग करते हुए अहंकार क्यों आता है?
क्या आता है?
अहंकार आ जाता है कि ओ आज इतना राउंड हो गया, वेरी गुड, आज इतना राउंड हो गया, वेरी गुड, चलो कल रहने दो, आलस भी आ जाता है, सब कुछ होता है. उस थिंग्स उसमें कुछ इम्प्रूवमेंट मतलब बहुत ज्यादा नहीं हो रहा है.
प्रभु जी नींद आती है,
हाँ, नींद भी बहुत आती है.
उसके लिए भी रेमेडी बताओ प्रभु जी. पता नहीं बाकी डिवोटीज को आती है नहीं आती है, मेरे को तो बहुत
आती है जी, आती है. बहुत अच्छे से आती है.
ऐसा लगता है कि जन्मों से सोए नहीं है प्रभु जी.
हाँ.
ऐसी नींद आती है, ऐसी भयंकर नींद आती है, फिर झटका लगता है.
So they are both philosophical answer and technical answer. So philosophically, like we read in this chapter only, Nashta Prayasha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. So all that is troublesome to the heart goes away when we engage in bhakti. And bhakti for us begins with chanting. So when all that is troublesome to the heart is removed when we are chanting, so first thing that will happen is we'll sleep. A person, why he cannot sleep? Because something is bothering him. If nothing is bothering him, he will go to sleep. Simple. Bhagavatam says that. It's just when we develop love for the name, love
you
for
mean to say
Krishna,
that we are at peace?
Yeah, we are on the right track actually. I'm not saying sleeping is good while chanting, or
you say that we'll be able to overcome it. You said that we'll be able to overcome it.
Once we develop love for chanting, once we develop love for the holy name,
you have
we will not sleep.
You have a young crowd with you. For me, the time is not there, Prabhuji.
His soul is always young. We have to just keep on working on it. And now technical reason. I can give a technical reason. Because of this, I have learned a lot in pranic healing. Because of chanting, lots of divine energy comes through our crown chakra from the head. And because it cannot go all the way down, there is some heaviness on the top side. And that's why we feel sleepy when we are chanting. So one remedy is jump. Do some exercise. Let the energy go. Let the energy be distributed. It's just so much energy because chanting, Harinam, not different from Krishna. So much of energy is there. It becomes heavy at the top area, the head area, eyes, around eyes. And that's why many times devotees develop this like neck pain or this pain, that pain. Why? Because so much of energy is stuck over there. Let the energy be rotated. Let the energy move around. So either we dance.
Probably I normally get up and start strolling and doing the chanting.
Okay, whatever helps. Or even while chanting, we can stop around for 1 or 2 minutes, do some jumping, do some exercise. Let the energy flow down, let the energy move around, and then start chanting again. It will definitely help.
Is it okay, Prabhuji, that if you get up and start strolling and doing the chanting?
Yeah. Prabhupada used to do that. Guru Maharaj does that. Of course, best, if he asks for what is the best is to sit down at one place
Yeah, sitting on one place. That's
one time, fix the time, fix a place,
Time-
and then chant.
time is almost fixed, but then this is only what creeps, and that you feel sleepy at times.
But
When you go to the round 9, round 10, you start getting that.
But if we are
That's
feeling
what I suggest.
sleepy, there's nothing wrong in getting up, moving around, drink some water, sprinkle some
That's
water
what I
on your
do
face,
normally, and it goes
and then
away.
again sit down and chant.
Okay.
It's just so much of energy is there around our head, around the face area. That's why eyes feel sleepy, drowsy.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mata. Hare Krishna. Have a wonderful day, everybody.
Thank you.
Jai-
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you.